Recording in progress.
Okay, give me. Okay. All right. Okay, let's begin. Sit tall and straight, close the eyes, and bring the attention within. Nothing to do, nothing to seek. Everything we need is already within. Speaking with the sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Imagine you are everywhere. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we always have a strong desire for the knowledge that liberates us from pain and suffering. May we acquire the intellect to attain this knowledge. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other. Only ever peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. And to make this practice even more powerful, meaningful, and even better than meditation, renounce all the fruits. Think of this as your divine obligation to all beings everywhere. Just do it because it must be done. So now let's come to standing. And we'll begin with some warm-ups to prepare the body for the practice.
Do you normally use the mic?
Okay.
No, I can hear you.
Yeah.
It was just that it's a bit different than the last time.
Is it better with the mic?
I think so. As long as there's not much noise in my house, it's okay. But once my wife comes from work and starts eating and whatever,
Okay, let me
I'll have trouble
see.
hearing you.
Sometimes it doesn't work well when I try to connect it when it's already active, but let's see. Okay. Okay, let's see.
If it's too much trouble, it's okay to.
Okay, can you still hear me?
Yes, very loud.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay,
Maybe I'll turn down my volume a bit.
all right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good.
Okay,
Yeah, that works well. Thanks.
no
Yep.
problem.
But yeah, it was fine when you were near your computer. It's maybe when you
Okay, yeah, that's
with
what
the mic when you step back.
Okay, so we'll put, since we don't have one person, I'll put you on mute so it automatically spotlights to me, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so, all right. Okay, so let's begin. So let's come to standing and just start the warm-ups. Hands on the hips, circle the head. Try to get the ears to the shoulders, the chin to the chest, the back of the head to the top of the back. And then go in the opposite direction now. Take the head all the way around. Feels all the head very heavy. And now spin the right arm backwards. Make as though you're winding up to throw a ball. And then go forward. You can imagine you're holding weight of 5 pounds in the hand to make the arm swing more easily. The left arm now. And then go forward. Move the joints with vigor and enthusiasm. Now bring both arms up over the head. Take hold of the opposite elbows. Bend to the left a few times. And then go to the right. With each bounce, go a little bit deeper into the bend. Go to the left again. Try not to fold at the waist. And then to the right. One more time to the left. Go on the elbows. And then to the right. Good. And back to the center. Little circles over the head. Mostly head, neck, and shoulders move at first. But then the circles can get larger and larger. Starting to feel it in the side body, at the waist. And then finally, the whole torso swings down. Trace large circles with your elbows. And coming all the way back up, go in the opposite direction now. Start again, little circles. That gradually get larger and larger. The chest and the upper back coming into the movement now. And then perhaps the whole trunk. The forearms coming across the tops of the feet. And then coming back up. Good. Bring your elbows in front of the shoulders now. Separate the feet about the width of the mat and throw the bottom side to side. See all the way around you. And then back to the center. Good. Now shake out the wrists, move the fingers very, very rapidly from side to side. All the joints and the wrists and the fingers being shaken. Then up and down, like the wings of a hummingbird. Good. Little circles. And then the other side. Good. And then release. The arms out to the side. Feel free to bring your left hand to a wall. If you like, right leg goes back and forth like a pendulum. Knee to the shoulder, toes to the back of the head. Good. And then the other leg. Watch the toes, flex your foot so that you don't stub your toes on the ground. And then release. The feet back together now. Arms by sides of the body. Jump up and down. Work the heart. Work the legs. And then conclude. Now, this is for the core stability. Arms by sides of the body. Inhale, raise your arms up over the head. Lift the heels up as well as you're coming up. 4, 5, 6, and back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come up again. Reach up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you come down, try not to drop your heels heavily. 2, 3. Soft landing. No jerky movements. No loud movements. Come up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One last time. Rise up off your heels. Engage your legs and the core muscles. 4, 5, 6. And back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lower the chin back on the chest in a gesture of humbleness. And stay in this humble mindset throughout the practice. Let go of all expectations. Let go of all attachment to the results. Good. Now we're going to come to the mat for sun salutations. Just going to move the camera. Okay. So now let's come to the front of the mat. Hands to the heart. Don't worry about the breath. Just move the body. The breath will follow. Raise your arms up. Reach up and back. And come back down. Bend your knees. Your hands land on the ground beside your feet. Right foot goes back. Lower down the knee. Drop down to the seat. Come into the high plank. The knees go down. The seat goes back behind your heels. Glide between your arms. Brush your nose grounds coming forward. And then push with your hands. Lift the hips and knees away from the ground. Back with your knees again. Your seat behind your heels. Come forward. With your arms is how you're trying to pull forward towards you. Lift your hips and knees away from the ground. And then one more time. Take the seat back. Come forward. Push your shoulders all the way back. Roll the shoulders down so the neck stays long. The head can go back even further. Back into downward facing dog. Lift the seat. Allow the head to come down. Then the right foot comes forward to the hands. Drop down to the seat. Push your hips all the way forward. Feet come together. Chest on the thighs. Head comes down towards the feet. Come right up to standing. Reach up and back. And then come back home. Hands to the heart. Go up and back. Stretch the whole front of the body. And hinge at the hips. Fold the body in half. The head comes close to your feet. Left foot goes back. Into the plank. Bring the knees down. The seat again goes back. Come forward between the hands. As your hips come between your hands, push into your hands, lift your legs up off the ground if you can. If it's too much, keep your hips on the ground. Bring your knees down and the seat goes back again. 2 more times, come forward. Imagine yourself in the body of the snake. Move just like the serpent, gracefully and powerfully. 1 more time, get the seat back, come forward. Press into your hands, lift the hips, take the head back. Back into downward facing dog. Lift the seat, allow the head to go below the arms, soften the line in the back. And then the left foot comes forward to the hands, softly. Move your shoulders forward so that your foot come between your hands without a sound. Then the feet come together, Uttanasana. Come right to standing, reach up and back. Engage your buttocks and your upper back to support you as you lean back. Come back to the heart always. Hands back to the heart. Always, all the movements, everything you do is an act of love and compassion. The right foot back. Into the plank. Knees, chest, forehead down. Come right through into upward facing dog. Stay in the pose this time. You can bend the toes under and work the spine a little bit. If you can't, push your shoulders back. Move the body a little bit. Look like a dog howling at the moon. Push through the back, the heels. Now back into downward facing dog. Lift the seat. Drop your head down. See if you can get your head below the arms. If you're flexible, maybe even touch your forehead to the ground. See if you can bring heels down at the same time towards the ground, maybe even right on the ground. Now the right foot comes forward to the hands softly. Feet together. Chest on the thighs, head down. Come right up to standing. All the movements linked together like a divine dance devotion. Hands back to the heart. Go up and back. Move like a shapeshifter, gracefully, effortlessly, silently. Left foot goes back. Good. Into the plank. Down, knees, chest, and forehead to the ground. Come the right foot into your arms again. Push into your hands. Lift your legs up off the ground, the hips as well. Bend the toes under again. Work the body. We're trying to make the spine a better conduit for the vital force to flow. Shoulders back, look like a dog howling at the moon. Back into downward facing dog. Look like a dog stretching its back here. The belly comes against the thighs. Drop your head down right below the arms. See if you can get your body to look like a slide to the playground. Embody the loyalty of the dog to its master. And now the left foot comes forward to the hands. That's it. Feet together. Bow down again, gesture of humbleness, of lowliness. Come all the way up. Everything that we do, try to benefit others through through our actions, thoughts, and words. Go up and back again, stretch. We're doing this for all beings, and all beings are to an extent being affected by everything we do, say, and think. The right foot goes back. Good. Into the high plank. Down we go, knees, chest, forehead. Come right through into the upward facing dog again. Shoulders back. Downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up. Lift the left heel to also, and see if you can get your head down. Maybe even trying to get the forehead right on the ground. Now see if you can drop your left heel down on the ground again. Feel a stretch in the back of the left leg. Now look between the hands, bring the right foot between the hands. Drop down to the seat, shoulders back. And then bring the feet back in line with one another. Fold the body down over your legs. Belly on your thighs. Try to get your chest on the knees. And come right up to standing. Reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Keep going. Raise your arms up. Bury your mind deep in the heart. Watch your body move with even more power, grace, and ease. Fold the body down. The left foot goes back. Into the high plank. Down we go, knees, chest, forehead, right through into upward facing dog. Shoulders back, chest wide open in every sense. Physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Take the seat all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up now. See if you get your head down again below the arms. And maybe the heel presses back down onto the ground. Good. Stretch the left leg way up. And then pick up the head, look between the hands, and bring the left foot forward between the hands. Drop down to the seat. Good. Feet together. Uttanasana. If you're more flexible, try to straighten your legs. Your seat directly over the heels, eventually your belly without detaching your belly from the thighs. Now come right up to standing, reach up and back. Always coming back, heart to the heart, the source of love. Raise your arms up, infuse all the movements with love and devotion. Come forward and down, belly on your thighs, join your hands and pull them all the way up off your back, right over your shoulders. The right foot goes back. Back knee down, right into Kapayasana. Crescent moon shape, pull the arms up so you can get your hands behind the head. Drop your shoulders down, push the lower back up and in. And then break the pose, come back into the high plank. Another entry if you want. Lower down in one line from the heels to the top of the head. In the low plank, hovering just above the ground. And push into your hands right through to upward facing dog. If it's too much, keep your hips and your legs on the ground. Move according to your condition, your abilities. Back into downward facing dog. Now the right leg comes up. Step the foot between the hands softly. Back knee down, drop down to the seat, reach up and back. Drop your seat all the way forward towards front heel, pull your arms back. Radiate your light from within like the moon reflects the light of the sun. And then break the pose. Dive forward, belly on your sides, join your hands behind your back if you can. Pull them all the way up. Your nose comes towards your shins, maybe even right on the shins. And come right up to standing again. Reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Every posture reflects a certain consciousness. Tap into it. When your eyes are up and the heart is open, you're opening yourself up to divine grace. Belly on your thighs, your head down, your eyes downcast, a gesture again of humbleness. Left foot goes back. Back knee down. Kapayasana. Surrender to the divine grace, surrender to the form, and you find more ease in the poses. Progress is made. Push the lower back up and in. And come back down into high plank. When the intention again is to offer, you achieve even more. Lower down, hovering just above the ground, or do knees, chest, forehead to the ground, and right through into upward facing dog again. Charge your legs. Back into downward facing dog. Left leg goes up and back, three-legged dog. Good. And then bring the foot between the hands. Back knee down, lower the seat right down, right behind the heel. Left heel, hands together, reach up and back, stretch. Imagine your index fingers eventually going over the back toes. Keep imagining yourself in the practice trying to attain with constant practice, anger, determination, adherence to ethical rules, everything is possible. Now swing your hands behind the back, join the right foot to the left foot, bring it forward. Uttanasana. Come right up to standing, reach up and back. And then hands back to the heart. The same variation. Reach up and back, stretch the whole front of the body. Fold down. The belly on your thighs, your hands over your shoulders, the forehead to your shins or close to the shins. The right foot goes back. Back knee down, Kapiyasana. Reach up and back. Every movement reflects devotion and love and surrender into the high plank. Down we go. Any entry you like. You can even try to bring your seat all the way back. So you can pull yourself right through without dropping the legs across. So you turn the fingers out a little bit, push your elbows into the side of the body, push into reach your toes, and right into upward facing dog. Back into downward facing dog. The right leg goes up and back. Step the foot between the hands. Back knee down. Reach up and back. Pull the shoulders down, radiate your light from within to all beings. Swing your hands back behind your body, join your hands, feet come together, bow down again, adjust your loweriness, come all the way up, serve with complete selflessness, no attachment to any result, hands to the heart. Good, and one more time, raise your arms up. When the intention is to offer, the practice becomes even more magnificent. Belly on your thighs, join your hands, pull hands all the way up over your shoulders. Then the left foot goes back knee down, right up again. Kapiyasana. Lean away from the front leg. Keep your seat low so that you can keep the balance. And then come forward again with your hands into your high plank. And the entry you like into upward facing dog. Again, if you want, bring your seat all the way back behind the heels so you can come right through without dropping your legs and your hips to the ground. Good. Back into downward facing dog. Wherever you are in the practice is perfect if you're trying your best. Left leg up. And the intention of offering is still firmly established in the mind and heart. Left foot comes to your hand, drop your seat, reach up and back. Arch the back. And then come forward again. Swing your hands behind the back, belly on your thighs, the left thigh, and then the right foot comes forward. Push your body into your legs. Try to get your head down close to your feet. Come right up to standing. Reach up and back. And then come back calm, hands to the heart. Now take pause here. From the heart, inhale from everywhere around, the best of the best. Imagine coming into the body, up the spine to the crown. Exhale, send it everywhere, within, and out to all beings everywhere. Everything you have meant to be shared. And release. So let's continue with some balance poses. So standing on the left foot first. Let's take tree pose. Take the right foot against the inseam of the left leg. Push the foot firmly into your thigh. Bring your hands to the heart. And then when you're ready, you can raise your arms up over the head. Stand tall and straight. Whatever happens, be unconcerned. If you fall out of it, come right back up again. Remember, it's the effort that's most important. Whatever comes, whatever happens, just dance with it. Be unconcerned. Now from here, we're going to see if you can take the right foot from the inside, hold the inside the heel. If you can, extend your leg out to the side. That's it. Fix your gaze on a point. That's it. Keep pulling on the foot. Push through the heel, the base of the toes. Exude the grace and the poise of a ballet dancer. That's it. Toes and fingers at the same height. Nice. Break the pose. Come back down. Try it on the other side now. So anchor the right foot down, spread your toes, really push through the toe pads, the base of the toes and the heel. Start off with tree. Bring the foot against the inseam of the left leg somewhere, the right leg, just not against the knee, either below or above, and take your hands again to the heart. Fix your gaze on a point, usually about on the ground. Something that doesn't move is always helpful for balance. Raise your arms up. At some point, you can even look up if you find the balance. Keep reaching for the sun like those trees that grow ever taller, always trying to absorb more light and more warmth. Now from here, getting ready to transition to the next pose. Keep your gaze steady. Take your left hand to inside the heel, thumb behind the heel, and start to pull the leg out towards the left. That's it. Really flex the foot. Push with the hand. That's it. Again, wherever you are is perfect if you make the pose an offering. Really great. Break the pose. Bring the left foot back down. Charge the body. Turn the palms forward. Close the eyes. Inhale again. Imagine the best coming right up into the skin and up the spine to the crown. Exhale, send it everywhere. Good. So now let's come to the back of the mat. Arms up over the head if you can. If it's too much, you can take your arms out to the side, but always good to try it just to give us see where you get at. If you don't try new things, then you never make any progress, you lose the enthusiasm. Step forward the left foot, come forward, hinging at the hips, and see if you can bring the right leg up. Level with the rest of the body, like you're lying on a table. Now, see if you can cant the body downwards. So as you're coming forward, your head about the height of the knee, your right foot comes up higher behind the back, and then swim your arms behind your back or out to the side, like an airplane or all the way back. Join your hands together, open up the palms, and pull your hands all the way up. Now bring the right foot back down and step back down. Good stuff. Try it on the other side now. So you can come to the back of the mat again. Bring your arms up. Interlace your fingers. Press your index fingers together like a point of a sword. The right foot goes forward and come forward. Bend your right knee. And as your body head's coming down, your left leg goes up. Head, hip, toes in the same line. Now start to bring your body downwards. The head comes down, the belly on your thigh. You can keep your hands where they are or out to the side or maybe even eventually behind your back. Pull your hands up, and as the hands come up higher, see if you can hinge a little bit more. Get your left leg up higher. See if you can get your foot higher than the hip. The head about the height of the knee. And bring the left foot back down. And come back up. Good stuff. So now, turn the palms forward, close the eyes. Inhale again. Attract the best. Bring it all the way up through the body to the crown. Exhale, send it out to everywhere. One more. So standing on the left foot, bring the right foot up, right knee up, take hold of the leg close to the ankle. Come into dancer pose. So push the foot up and behind, as far away from your body as you can. If you want, you can lean forward a little bit, you can bend your left knee. And then as your foot comes further away, you can straighten out your left leg again. If you have good balance, you can eventually reach back with your left hand. Try to take your foot, bring your heel close in towards your seat first, and then push it back out. Break the pose, come back down. Try it on the other side now. So bring anchor down to the right foot, bring your left knee up. Take hold of the leg close to the ankle, just over top of it, a little bit above it. Bring your arm up and out in front. Bring your left foot all the way back, as far away from your body as possible. Then you can start to lean forward a little bit. Bend your right knee. Get a little bit more length and space and push your foot back. If you want again, take your right hand back to the foot. Pull the heel in towards the seat. That's it. Once you have the foot, see if you can push it back out again, away from the body. Eventually your foot's about the height of the head. Good, good. Break the pose. Bring your left foot back down. Again, charge the body. Inhale. Attract everything you need. Bring it into the body, up the spine to the crown. Exhale, send it everywhere throughout. Keep sharing it with all beings. Now turn to the right, left shoulder towards the front, turning out to face the long edge of the mat. Separate your feet. So you're going to go to the left first. Turn your left foot forward. Virabhadrasana, warrior. Try to get a little bit deeper into your hips. Make sure your knees not popping inwards. The knees should be over the two middle toes. Arms are about the height of the shoulders. Reach. Embody all the qualities of a warrior, the determination, the courage, the steadfast devotion to those that they serve. Now from here, we're going to turn to the front. Lift the back heel. Turn on the ball of the foot, the right arm up. See if you can go right into a twist. Angle the toe and the knee towards the right and bring the arm down to the outside of the leg, the armpit on the outside of the left knee or the elbow. Left hand push into your right and push really hard. Sending the chest comes behind your thumbs. The belly comes over the thigh. And then filling the chest, that's it. Try to turn your chest and face up. If it's too much, you can always lower the right knee down underneath your left hip, right hip if you can't find a balance. Keep twisting. Break the pose. Bring your right knee down to the ground. Kapyasana again. Pull the arms up and take them back behind the head. Rock your shoulders back and forth. Try to go a little more looser in the shoulders or open, and then the arms will go back a little bit more. Keep the neck long so the head can go back again. Push your lower back up and in. No wrinkles in the lower back or the back of the neck. Now break the pose. From here, bring hands to the inside of your left foot. Move the left foot out to the edge of the mat. And then lift the back knee up off the ground. Start to push back and forth a few times, preparing for lizard. Push back to the right foot one more time. Lower the knee down, flatten out the toes. See if you can fall. If your hips are low enough, fall onto your right forearm. And then roll back to your left. Try to get both sides of your hips down equally. And once the hips are anchored down, perhaps the pelvis, the belly, and the chest will come down as well. Look like a lizard just sunning itself on a warm earth. Be very still like the lizard. Embody all the qualities again. We're just a form. And then you try to see the divinity in each and every form. Divinity manifests in this universe through all the different beings. All of them unique, but in the end, we're all the same. You come back onto the hands. Slide your left foot back. Good. Now from here, lift the back knee. Come back to face the long edge of the mat. Good. Now we're going to go to the right. Bend the right knee. That's it. And stretch. Try to get a little bit lower. Each time you do the practice, see if you can make a little bit more progress. You have to go to the edge of your potential every time, and then bit by bit the edge moves further out. Now getting ready to go into the twist. Turn on the back foot, lift the heel, do it this way, angle the toe and the knee towards the left, push the leg out of the way with the right hand and bring the left arm down. The armpit on the outside of the knee, the right hand push into your left. So if they're at the shoulder, you have to keep on pushing down. At the same time, you keep pressing the back of the arm against the outside of the leg. The belly comes higher. The center of the chest comes behind your thumbs. Roll the right shoulder all the way back. You have to push through the heel. Extend the back through the back heel to keep steady. Turn your gaze upwards, your chest up as well. Good. Now break the pose. Bring the back knee down. Drop your seat all the way forward. Kapyasana. Modifications, you can always keep your hand on the knee and just lean away from the leg, or take your elbows and push your head into your arms. But if you can, the hands come together. This is a mudra that represents fierceness and fearlessness. Good. Push your lower back up and in. Allow the heart to go up. Set your sights high in every sense. Physically, emotionally, and mentally, and spiritually. Have a strong desire to evolve and to transform to something higher and greater. Now break the pose. Come back into the preparation for lizard. Your hands come to the left to the right foot, and right foot moves out to get to the mat so that the knee can stay close to shoulder. Your shin should still stay straight up and down like a vertical. Push back a few times. Try to get your hips to sync with each pass. One more time to the left heel. Push back and then lower the knee down. Prepare to fall to your left, perhaps, if your hips are low enough, onto your left forearm. Roll back to the right. And see if you can get your body right down beside your foot. Eventually, your hips, your belly, your chest is down, your chin is down. Flat. Every chance you get, once you find the pose, stop moving. And then the mind can come into a quietness. Through the practice, we try to cultivate a calm mind that's free of cravings, free of restlessness. This helps us to meditate. Now coming back onto the hands. From here, turn back along into the mat. Take hold either of the legs, close the ankles, or if you can, slip your hands underneath your edges of your feet and pull your body right between your legs. Try to get your head between your feet. Your shoulders lift, roll the thighs outwards, roll the shins inwards. And now come back up halfway, walk your hands out. And from here, heel toe your feet in as much as you need to come into a squat. There you go. Push your box arms into the thighs here. From here, lift your seat up a little bit so you can get your left arm underneath your left leg. The right arm goes over your back. So you're binding your hands just on the outside and the back of the thigh, not around your seat. And see if you can straighten out the right leg. Push your right side of the hip up, right hip up. Try to straighten out the right leg. Your head still is close to the ground. Cool. Come back to the squat. Go on the other side now. So as you're coming into the pose, you don't have to lift your seat right away. Pull the elbow right in close just to the seat. Lift just as much as you need to get your right arm underneath your leg and your hand behind your back. Throw the left hand down into the hand and see if you can push your left side of the seat all the way up. The head comes down. That's it. Don't worry about the right leg too much. You'll eventually, if you push against the leg with the back of the right arm, it'll straighten eventually, but try to get your left leg straight at least. Good. And then break the pose. Come back into the squat. From here, plant your hands. I'll do it this way. Full pose. So bring your hands down. See if you can lift your feet up off the ground. Good. Now from here, see if you can just throw your feet back into a plank, a low plank. Just like that. That's it. Into upward facing dog. Back into downward facing dog. Melt the heart here. Look like again the dog stretching its back. Good. Now come into your high plank. Vasisthasana. So you're going to the right first. Left hand goes to the right in front of the nose. Turn to the right. If you're starting to drop into your shoulder, your hips are sagging, just bring your left knee down. Modify the practice as you need to again to suit your abilities and your condition. Make sure you're don't go to a place of pain or suffering, anxiety. Remember what you're offering through your experience. Now back into high plank. Go on to the right hand now, turn to your left. Just swivel on your feet. That's it. Push your hips forward. Make sure the right arm stays strong. Good. Now come back to plank. Bring your knees down, sit on your heels. Bring your right arm up. Use your left hand to guide the elbow up nice and high and push it all the way back behind your head, the elbow behind the center of the head. Push into the back of the heart with your fingertips. And then you can stay here, or if you have an ability to do so, you can take your left arm down and up the back and join your hands together. Now lean back. Push into the back of the heart with the hands and just lean into the hands. Now come back upright, release, try it on the other side now. Left arm goes up. Use your right hand to guide the elbow up high as possible, then push it back behind the head so the hand comes further down between your shoulder blades towards the lower back. And if you can bring the right arm up the back and join your hands behind there. No forcing, no straining, no going to a place again of pain, anxiety, and whatever you don't want to transmit. Eventually, this mindset will extend into your day-to-day life. Be careful what you're putting out there and how you're affecting others through your own actions, thoughts, and words. Break the pose. Release the hands. Shake out the shoulders a little bit. Okay, so now getting ready for headstand. Okay, so if you know what you're doing, then you can go ahead. Don't have to wait. I'm just going to give some extra instruction to those who need it. So if you want to do it against the wall, you place your heels right on the wall, your feet right against the wall, your feet on your heels. And when you come down, your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Make sure you can hold the upper arms easily. And then bring your hands in front. Don't move your elbows. Place your head right in front of your hands. And when you bring your seat up, your head will roll into your hands. Your hands are like a helmet for the back of the head. You either bring the foot either on the seat to the chair or on the wall at about the height of the hips. So look at the wall, place your foot where you think the hip is, and then bring the other leg all the way back behind you. Allow the feet to hang down like low-hanging fruit. And then you can pull the toes away from the wall and see if you can find the balance. Push firmly into the arms. And once you have the pose, just rest. Stay there. Leave the body alone. Bring your attention to the space between the eyebrows. Once you get very proficient and comfortable in the pose, you can even move your legs in different ways. You can open up your legs. Do it slowly. No jerky movements to throw you out of balance. So just play with the movements without losing the balance. Keep, like the witness, watching everything. You're not the body, nor the mind, nor emotions. Eventually, you can even get your legs straight up in one line from the head all the way up to the toes. Come back down, rest in child's pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring your arms in front. Slide between your arms now. Slide forward. Brush your nose as you ground as you come forward. Right into cobra. Back into downward facing dog. Now jump or walk your feet forward between your hands. Come to the front of the mat. Bring your arms out in front. Tuck your tail a little bit. Make it so you're standing against the wall. With your back against the wall, lift your heels up. Try not to move your shoulders forward. Try not to lean forward as you come down, bit by bit. As you come down lower and lower, lift your heels even more. Really push into reach your toes. Stay. Even if the body starts to shake, be unconcerned. It's just the body feeling this, not you, not the true self. Now lower your heels, seat right down behind your heels. Throw your legs up, catch your back with your hands, and bring your feet all the way behind your head for plow pose. Once you're in plow pose, use your hands to push into your back, try to get your seat over your shoulders. Throwing your hands behind your back on the ground. So you can move your arms a little bit closer in, so your elbows come closer together, and when you look from in front, imagine you can see yourself in front, you don't see your arms anymore, they're all the way behind your body. Now place your hands on your back, lift one leg at a time, come into shoulder stand. If you can, your toes and your chin in the same line. Allow the veins, the legs to rest now. Inversions have many, many benefits. They allow you to see things from another perspective. They train the mind to be open and receptive. It works the heart. It promotes youthfulness. Keep your attention at the center of the forebrow. Try to make your mind one pointed in its focus. Whenever the mind, or if the mind starts to wander, be unconcerned, unjudging. Just keep bringing your attention back to the center of the forebrow. Now, gracefully and with control, start to lower your legs back down, hinge at the hips. Your feet come behind your head again, coming back to plow pose. And then from here, we're going to come into boat pose. So this boat pose is when you're bouncing on your seat. Try not to drop your feet down in between. So now start your descent. Roll your back down onto the ground. And once the seat hits the ground, bring your back up and come into boat pose. That's it. Good. You can keep your legs bent if you like. If you're more flexible, you can keep your legs straight. Arms out to the side. Breathe very fast in the nose. Now cross your shins. Take hold of your ankles and then roll back onto your back. And at the same time, keep pulling on your feet. Try to get them right underneath your seat or just below the seat. And from here, you push into your elbows. You're sitting on your heels now. Lift your chest up. Bring the top of the head to the ground. Your elbows are on the ground. Your forearms on the ground. You keep holding onto your feet. Your seat's on your heels. If that's too much, do a regular fish. You can just bring your hands underneath your seat. Your legs are extended. And you just bring your chest up and your head down. So you can do this variation in this version as well. Now, wherever you arrive, bring your attention to the base of the throat. Breathe very fast again through the nose. Lower the head back down and relax. Breathe in, breathe out all fatigue. Now make your way back up to seated position. Any which way you like, roll up or turn to the side. From here, take your feet apart. Take hold the inside of the heels. And then just start to move, shift from side to side. Try to get lower and lower. Try to get your belly down between your thighs. Try to get your shoulders lower than the knees. Keep on pulling on your feet and at the same time telescope your trunk out of the hips. Try to get your top of the head level with the heels. And now come back up. See if you can open up your legs as far as you can. That's it. And again, see if you can come down. So you can bring your hands in front, roll the thighs inwards a little bit, like towards the floor. So you can get your forearms down on the ground. Keep your body long. So your thumbs, if you press your thumbs right at the top, so where your legs join onto your hips, eventually you find a hinging action to allow you to go down a little bit more. So keep your back straight and keep on trying to move forward. That's the idea. Now come back. Go to your left. Your left hand on the out, left of the foot, right hand on the inside of the foot. You can either take hold of the ankle or just have your hands on either side. You can even take your heel if you can. And see if you can get your belly on your thigh. Push your belly against the thigh. Imagine trying to get your chest beyond your knee. And coming back up, go to the other side now. Try to turn so that your center of the chest is right over the knee. Align the knee and come forward, again with your hands on either side of the foot or holding onto the heel, and see if you can get your belly on your thigh. Reach forward, imagine trying to get your chest beyond the knee. And come back up. From here, bring your feet just on the inside of the mat, about 2 inches away, 2 or 3 inches away from the edge of the mat. Come into a half squat. So your knees stay bent. Take your arms around the outside and hold the forearms and push your seat all the way up. Try to get your head down close to your feet and your legs straight. If this is very easy for you, you can tuck your chin in. Start with your arms right just underneath, against your knees. Tuck your chin in so you can get your hands to cup around the ears. And then eventually see if you can lift your seat up. Then at the point you have to slide your arms down a little bit more. Eventually your hands can palm their way back. Your fingers can meet behind the head. This is stork pose. Push your elbows out. Try to lift your seat as high as you can. Your head between your legs. If it's too much, just keep on holding your forearms and just try and get your seat up. So again, according to your flexibility. And from here, come out of the pose, bring your hands forward and come onto your belly. Cobra pose. And then with your shoulders, roll shoulders back and start to make your way up. Roll your head back. Imagine trying to get the back of the head right over your seat. Try not to loosen that. Keep your shoulders down. Curve your spine. Look like a cobra. Come down, stop when you're about halfway, and lift your hands up off the ground, floating about an inch off the ground. Pull the shoulders back. Stay there. Engage your back muscles, upper back and your buttocks. And then relax. Forehead on your hands, breathe in, and breathe out. Remove all fatigue. Bring your head back up. Lift your feet up close to your seat. Your heels close to your seat, your fingers on the other side of the mat, align your shoulders. Lift your chest up, push into your fingertips, and lift your thighs up off the mat if you can. Push through the base of the toes and the heels. And then throw your arms up like you're skydiving. Good. Try to get a little more height. Push your feet up a little bit higher. Try to get your thighs a little bit further away from the ground. Now you can stay here, or if you can, reach for your legs. Take hold of the legs close to your ankles, just above the ankles, and then into Dhanurasana, bow pose. Push your feet away. Push your chest forward away from the seat and pull with your legs to get yourself up higher. Surrender to the pose. See yourself in the form holding it easily, and perhaps the body will be convinced that this is easy. The mind is often the biggest obstacle to making progress. Break the pose. Pull the heels in towards the seat and relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. And now just turn over onto your back. Just a twist here. Your arms out to the sides like a T shape. Your legs up, your shins level with the ground, your knees about the same in line with your hips. Just bounce your hips a little bit over to your left a little bit and bring your knees over to the right. Move your knees as you need to so you can feel the stretch all along the back body, right to the base of the spine. So you might try and move your knees closer to your right elbow. You can use your right hand to hold the knees down. Roll the thighs outward. Keep both sides of your body, the torso long as possible. Make sure the left shoulder is not coming up off the ground either. Keep the backs of the shoulders flat on the ground if possible. Come back to the center, knees over the hips. Bounce your hips a few inches to the right, and then bring your knees down to your left. You can use again your left hand to hold the knees in place, anchor them down. And if your front of the right shoulder starts to pop up, just keep on extending your right arm. Flatten out the back of the shoulder back on the ground again. Push the seat forward as though you're trying to get the seat to touch the front of the mat in front, the edge of the mat that's in front, far away from you. Now come back to the center. The legs come back. Feet fall outwards, feet beyond the edge, feet along the edge of the mat. Your hands stay beyond the edge of the mat, but come a little bit closer. No tension at all in the arms. Everything should be loose, and the body should be resting easily with complete ease. No tension anywhere. The palms facing up. Allow everything to sink down. Feel as though everything became very, very heavy. Through the practice, we become purified in every sense, physically, mentally, and spiritually. There are impurities at all these levels, and they manifest physically. Sign of feeling a blockage mentally, these thoughts that keep us attached to our body, mind, and emotions, which are not us, and spiritually comporting ourselves in a way that is not so compassionate sometimes. So try to remove all those impurities through the practice, through constant practice, adherence to ethical rules. So we close the practice now with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Instill the peace within, send out to all beings everywhere. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the divine grace within. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Justin.
Merci beaucoup. À la prochaine.
À la prochaine. Bonne semaine. Bye.
Bye bye.